so I'm going to tell you a story. And we're a little irreverent at DTS whenever we can be, and this is a good, comfortable environment for that. People in the United States these days are really up in arms about high school violence, and so I thought I would be irreverent around that topic and tell you a heartwarming tale of high school violence. And I want to begin by asking you all, does anyone know who this woman on the screen is? Are there any alumni from Central Michigan in the room? This is Kathy McGee, and she is the assistant women's basketball coach at Central Michigan University. I did not go to Central Michigan University, and I certainly did not play women's basketball there. But with the exception of my parents, Kathy McGee is the person who is most responsible for where I am personally and professionally today. And that's because when I was in high school, Kathy McGee was the women's basketball coach and the athletic director at my high school. I didn't play women's basketball in high school either. The reason she is a very important woman in my life is because she also taught the public speaking class at my high school. Now, you may all find this hard to believe, and maybe not, since we are all software people in the room, but before I was the ruggedly handsome, single, with no emotional baggage, a good job, and a nice house person that's standing in front of you today, I was what you might call a late bloomer. And one day in high school, between classes, I can't remember what I was doing, but it was cold and dark and cramped. I was having some difficulty. And Miss McGee swoops out of her classroom and pulls me aside in the hallway, and she didn't ask me if I was okay. She didn't ask me what was wrong. She didn't ask me how I got myself into that mess. What she did is she said, next week is course registration for next year. And you're going to go down to the office, and I want you to register for my public speaking class. Now, what you should know is the public speaking class at my high school was kind of a jock course. People that needed an A to be on the football field took this class, and the cheerleaders took this class. And here was a woman asking me to get up and stand in front of a room full of the people that are putting me in lockers and flipping over my lunch tray and keying my car in the parking lot. But it wasn't a question, and it wasn't a suggestion. You are going to take my course. Okay, I go register. And every day for an entire semester, I stood up in front of that class. And the first day was damn near impossible. And the second day, it was a little bit better. And the day after that, it was a little bit better. And a seed was planted, and things just grew and snowballed from there, to the point where by the end of my junior year in high school, I was standing on a stage competing in a dramatic interpretation competition at the state level. And I'm not telling you this story because I want you to feel sorry for me. There are plenty other software geeks in this room that have been shoved in lockers once or twice. The point is, public speaking is always hard, and public speaking is always scary. The entire time Dave was just up here talking to you, I was sitting twisting uncomfortably in my chair. And after I'm a slide or two in, it's okay. And it's not as bad as it was a few minutes ago. But the only way to fight that rapid heartbeat and to fight that warm feeling in the pit of your stomach is to sort of take a lesson from the Boy Scouts and be prepared. And as I go through this preparation and delivery routine here, I want to preface this by saying it's very, very time intensive. To prepare for one of these 30-minute talks, Dave or I will typically sink about 30 hours into preparing the slide deck, and that's 3-0, not 3. And that's without writing any of the custom code. So when Dave gives his note talk, there's 30 hours plus whatever it took him to hack around.